Otto, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Happy to hear the news that you're back. You got a big fight, and whispers are you're. I guess what's the right phrase? You're being courted by new management.
Oh yeah. I'm working with Fighters First Management for this fight, and it's been very good. I've had made some changes on my team, so things are going well, and looking forward to this fight.
I hope that change doesn't consist of removing Joey Gamach. Correct? He's still your lead trainer.
Of course, yeah. We've been actually on this fight. I think it's been 10 years since we first met and had our first fight. We had our first fight in 2013 in late October. So I guess we were training for like a month before that fight, and that was my third pro fight. And we've been together since, and he's not going anywhere, and I'm not going anywhere. So we're gonna stay together.
So you're going to be taking on Marat Gassiev. Obviously, he's a common opponent with Alexander Usyk. What's your thoughts on him as a heavyweight? He is a cruiserweight moving up. Do you feel he's fully filled into heavyweight?
We know that he was a good cruiserweight. He was unified champion, I think. But then he fought Usyk in 2018, and since then he's fought at heavyweight like a fight a year, and most of those fights has been first or second round knockout. So we haven't really seen him in with anybody a real heavyweight, so to say, and a contender that come to win. So we don't really know much about him at heavyweight, but we knew that he was a good cruiserweight. But now we see what he can do at heavyweight.
Now, it looks like you obviously have been staying as active as you can since that Dominic Brazil win, correct? But you haven't been able to get that named opponent like a Dominic Brazil till now. How excited are you to have a name that you feel the boxing public recognizes?
It feels great. I mean, it's been a tough couple of years now with no real fights, and so I'm really happy and really excited to get this fight. And I known about it for a while now, so I'm in very good shape. We had good training, good sparring, everything. So it just feels good, and just the motivation is just different when you have a real fight coming up.
You said you've known about it for a while. Can you tell us how long? Because it was just posted and announced 5 days ago. So I
For
was
us,
like,
yeah.
wow, 3 weeks. And so that did run through my mind. Like, I wonder how much preparation, how long they've known.
Yeah, I must have known for at least I would say 5 weeks by now,
Okay,
and so we've had plenty of time.
okay.
And so yeah, there's everything is good. I don't know why they dragged them so long to announce it, but we're here now.
Well, no, that's the important thing that you had the proper preparation because, like I said, when I saw it being announced only 3 weeks' notice, I was like, huh, I wonder how much time they've had to get ready for this fight because it is a good, interesting fight for the both of you. How much do you believe? Because like you said, you haven't been as active as you'd like. How much do you think the inactivity will play into effect for Gassiev because he has been fighting once a year since moving up?
Yeah, I think that. I mean, I've kind of been more active than him, or got more rounds at least. So
Correct.
I believe that he's had some injuries and stuff, and I've been fighting, taking fights that I could, fights that I could get. So I'm just happy that I'm getting this fight, and with the inactivity, we see what happens. But like I said, we don't know much about Gassiev at heavyweight.
I want to take you back to the Helmang Olguin fight because we had interviewed him. Obviously, we seen he was fighting you, and we gave him some attention, and we noticed how durable he was. Obviously, we bet over here. I was expecting you to knock him out, and then he proved to be durable enough to even go 8 rounds with you. But he's been knocked out 3 other times before that. Can you tell me what was it? Did you want the rounds? Was he just awkward? Why do you think you couldn't get the stoppage? And obviously, it's heavyweight boxing, so stoppages are kind of important.
Yeah, I mean, I would have liked to get the stoppage, but I didn't get it on that night. But I think every fight is different. Styles makes fights, and I think he's not a bad fighter. He's pretty awkward, and He just wasn't there for me that night.
Otto, I'm looking at the rankings. I see you're ranked in the WBO and WBC. Gassiev is ranked in the IBF WBA. Was this more an opportunity just to get the fight? Didn't matter about the rankings or the sanctioning bodies or nothing. Nothing like it was just an opportunity at the fight.
Actually, this is for the WBA Intercontinental, so that should give me a really good ranking if I beat him with the WBA. And also, I know with the no, the IBF, they has promised us the winner of this fight gets the number 2 spot. So
Which
it's
is vacant
it's
right
good.
now. So which is
Yeah, yeah,
vacant. So I think okay,
right.
that's perfect. That's perfect. So not just is it an opportunity for you to jump into the WBA rankings, but also to move up in the IBF rankings and probably all other sanctioning bodies, right? Because Gassiev being a former unified champ, I think
He's ranked 11. Gassiev is. There's a lot of
in the
great fights
in the
there.
BA, yup.
There's a lot of great fights in the WBA if you beat Gassiev. I mean, I would love to see Bacoli, Gerald Miller, Deontay Wilder, Jared Anderson. There's a lot of smoke for you in the WBA. Um, are you looking forward to potentially working with Top Rank? I know that Fighters First Management works with Top Rank. Well, they got a few fighters over there, and obviously Top Rank has been last 3 years signing a lot of heavyweights.
Right. Yeah, I would love to work with Top Rank. We've had some good discussions. We couldn't work together now, but after this fight, we'll see what happens. See, I think that I'm gonna be in a great position as a free agent, and coming off a good win, hopefully. So we see what happens.
Wait a minute, breaking news. So this is their last fight with Salita?
Yeah, he's not involved with this fight. I'm
So
that contract is over.
you're already a free agent.
Yeah,
Oh wow, congrats. Congrats, because
thank you.
boxing, heavyweight boxing is in a good position right now. Absolutely. So this is certainly an audition.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, like I said, I'm gonna be in a great position. I think I'm in a pretty good position right now, but winning this fight, beating Gassiev, I'm gonna be in a great position, and I think probably everybody's gonna want to work with me. So I think I'm excited for what's to come. I feel like my career has been standing still for the last few years, but now I think everything is coming together, and the best is yet to come for me.
So Odo, I just want to screen share your resume here. You are truly the definition of a world title challenger, right? Like you have, I mean, I don't think I've ever interviewed anyone that's fought in as many different countries as you. What do you think all this international experience has brought to your career? I mean, you fought everywhere. How many countries has it been? Do you have a number?
I don't. I never really thought of that, but I mean, of course, I'm from Sweden, and when I first turned pro, boxing was not allowed, or professional boxing was not allowed. So I had my first pro fight in Sweden in what 2015, 2016, maybe. Had a lot of fights in Denmark, Germany. Had a fight in Bulgaria, Latvia, the US, uh, probably other countries as well. But I think it's good. As amateurs, we travel all around also to different countries. So I think it's a good thing, and I feel like almost at home in all these places. I actually fought in Turkey as an amateur, also been on vacation a few times, so I'm kind of used to it.
I've been to Turkey one time as a very long layover, and I was immediately in love. But why Turkey? He's isn't he Garcia from Germany, and again you're from Sweden. How'd you guys end up in Turkey?
He's from Armenia, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, he is
Uh,
Armenian.
well, I don't really know. I don't really know. It's their card. They were talking about putting it in Dubai at first, which I said yes to, but then it changed to Turkey. Uh, so I don't really know.
all right. Well, we got a few more, and we'll get you out of here. We got Rue in the 504, which is New Orleans here in America. He says, "What do you think a win over Gassiev does for your career?"
I think it's gonna do a lot. Like I said, with the rankings, WBA, get highly ranked there, get the number 2 spot with the IBF, and then just I think that, I mean, it's not very common that you have a heavyweight with those rankings being a free agent. So I think it's going to be amazing.
Mm-hmm. You're absolutely right. You're going to be in a bidding war, I think, or at least multiple offers. James Valdez from San Antonio, Texas says Zalil Zhang versus Joe Joyce 2. Who wins and how?
I'm rooting for Zhang. I mean he's in New Jersey. I'm in New York. We fought a few times, and I think that he did a great job in that first fight. That injury was made by him, and he did a really good job. Joyce couldn't get away from his punches, so Joyce, we see what happens, how he comes back, but he kind of had that aura of not being able to get hurt or being stopped, but now he has been. So we're gonna see if that changes. Maybe he's lost some confidence and some momentum, or he takes it as a good lesson and comes back stronger. But we'll see. I mean, I probably pick Chang to win again.
Zhang is saying he feels it's going to be easier this time. Do you think that could be a possibility?
It is a possibility. Like I said, with Joyce, if he's lost his confidence and kind of that sense of being untouchable.
All right. I have Juan Mancha in Houston says, would you give a prospect like Lorenzo Medina a shot, or do you think that would make you look more like a gatekeeper rather than a contender? I'm sure you don't even know who Lorenzo Medina is, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but
he will be great sparring for you, though, champ. I'm telling you, I don't want you to fight him. That makes no sense. He's like 6-0, and he's only 18. But he could use you. Okay. He could use your mentorship, and you can use a young heavyweight that lets his hands go like that. Like, he is active. He's like James Toney as a heavyweight, but he's only 18. Okay. He definitely needs grooming. It's too soon.
Yeah, I think that. I mean, there's no real reason for me to fight a prospect that's 6-0 right now. I got a big fight coming up, and after this fight, I could be in line to fight for the world title, but sparring anytime.
Yeah. If you need a young guy to push you, I'll put you in touch with his manager.
When do you leave out to Turkey, champ?
We leave next Friday, I think.
Okay.
I got Dre in San Diego. If you could test your skills against any boxer in history, who would it be and why?
I'd probably say Muhammad Ali. Not that I want to hurt him or beat him or anything, just to get in with him and learn from him.
Okay. I got Matt Benton in Kansas City. Gassiev is easy work for you. Would you fight Jared Anderson, though?
Thank you. We see what happens.
Trav in Texas. What up, champ? I thought you beat Tyson Fury. I had to fight even on my card going into the 12th, and you clearly won the 12th. Do you think you won that fight?
Thank you. I think it was a good fight. It was a very close fight. I think definitely they should have stopped the fight with the cut. And then, we know how boxing works. If you're fighting the champion, you really got to win clearly. And, those close rounds that I would say went to me, they probably gave to him. But I think at least it should have been a draw.
Well, those are all the questions, Otto. Man, I'm very happy. I had no clue you were no longer with Salita. I just thought you had a big fight and we're working with a new manager. But that's exciting news. I hope you put on a great performance so that you get, offers from all the promoters out there, man.
Sure.
And we look forward to having you back, and send our love, obviously, to Joey Gamache.
I will. Thank you very much, guys.
Give out your social media before you leave for anybody crazy enough not to be following you.
Yeah, it's just my name, Otto Wallin. So I'm mostly on Instagram, a little bit on Twitter, not too much, and Facebook.
Otto, well, thank you, man, and look forward to watching your fight later this month.
All right.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
What up, YouTube family? Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us get to that 1 million subscribers. We're on the road to 1 million. And obviously, we have other great content on our Patreon channel. So since this video is over, head on over to our Patreon and check out all the exclusive content, or right here on our YouTube members.